Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 142, I believe, and today we are not going to be working on this guy. Last episode we did finish up our warehouse though for the exterior. The interior we still need to come in and fill in some things here on what we can add in, what we can use to detail up this area. So if you guys have ideas on that, that'd be great. Or should we just turn it into a storage room that we can use in the area? That might be a good idea too. But yeah, you guys will have to let me know on that one because I am out of ideas for what we should use for this guy. We got this nice little lift up over here, kind of bringing something out, hanging out over the street. And this was super fun to build up. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. Thank you again for all of the constant support recently. You guys have been awesome recently. I really am thankful for this. Work recently has been super stressful and kind of a lot of high stress and not the happiest thing for me. So I'm very thankful for all of the support you guys are giving me here, as it's kind of that bright little shining light when I get home from work. I always get to open up my YouTube dashboard and see all these lovely comments, all the likes and everything like that. I very much appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for the continued support. Today's episode, I got a question for you guys though, because we have been doing a lot of building recently. So I got some questions for you guys as we're kind of running around here mindlessly looking at a few things. So for me, as you guys know, I love building things. I love building a lot of things, but there's a lot of things I hate to build. So my question for you guys today is, what is your favorite thing in Minecraft to build, as well as what is your least favorite thing in Minecraft to build? These can be like individual structures. For me, for example, I love building churches and like super high detailed churches like we see that guy over there. I also love terraforming, as you guys probably know by now, by the stupidly large scale terraforming projects we take on. But for me, I would say my typical cop-out would be like I hate building anything that involves redstone, but I'm not going to go with that one. I think my typical one is I hate building windmills. Everybody seems to love building them. They have so much fun making them. And those windmill blades, any type that I've ever made, I hate them. The only ones I've thought that were really enjoyable to make were the ones over back in Papyrus, where we made more of a vertical windmill instead of a horizontal one. So like the blades like turn like that instead of like that, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, windmills for me are my go-to one that I avoid using. That's why we don't have very many in this world, where most Minecraft worlds, especially with farms, have quite a few different windmills in them. So that's why I've avoided it so far. Anyways, though, what we're going to be working on in today's episode is we are going to be working on detailing up this area right here. Not detailing it up, but more planning some things out. So let me go ahead and get a bunch of this cobblestone-y junk in my inventory here, and we can go ahead and start looking at some things. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of start working on what our area is going to be looking like coming in, entering into this way, and where that main road is going to be going, as well as kind of how we're going to have it go off into this direction, what we're going to be doing, bringing that place down, and basically just getting a lot of our general shape and style and look of what this place is going to be. So I hope you guys are ready for this one. I think it's going to be pretty fun. I'm really excited for it. So basically, like, we got this roadway in here, and I was thinking this area right here would actually open up into a sort of like a general square. So we can go ahead and do like a big area for like people to gather, troops to gather, festivals to be going on right as soon as you enter into the area. So it's not going to be like perfectly circular, but we'll have like a big enough area. This is supposed to be like a kind of a grand entrance. So you come into the city and you're just like, wow, okay, we're in this very high class, very cool looking city. Over on this side, we're going to be having that old town district basically. So we're going to have more of like rundown stuff, more of like that's where the craftsmen live. That's where like a lot of the dock workers live who don't live on like the dock side of things. And then like we're going to have this big main road kind of dividing the regions out here. And I'm thinking the main road is going to be coming up something like this way right through here. Obviously we need to raise this guy way up into the sky so we can get some more detail bits throughout here and kind of raise it up and level the terrain out in line with that. But basically my goal is to bring that stuff all the way up into here and connect it up with what that roadway is right there. So this road, I want to go ahead and kind of curve it out, bring it up and pointing into this direction, and bring all these guys in here together. So we can go ahead and kind of get all this stuff right through there. And more or less we can say like that's going to be kind of winding slowly throughout this way, and we'll kind of link everything up there. They'll merge up and then they'll become this big large road that's going to be going off in that way into the distance. But from here over on this side, we do have a little bit of stuff we got to be looking into as well. For example, right now our dock is pretty high raised up off the ground, where this is pretty low. This is actually on the ground. So we got to figure out how we want to go ahead and kind of have this stuff coming down. So I was thinking we could have a road going off this way. I did decide I want to do some sort of like a magical keep or magical mages guild, something or another over here. Like they're allowed in the city, but the city government, maybe there's like, we can have some area that's like burnt down in the city after an explosion of magical energy hundreds of thousands, like 100 years ago or something like that, and it's still going, the fires are still going, and so that's why they were kicked out over here. I think that'd be actually something really cool to mess with. If you guys want to see that moving forward, that'd be way down the road, but if you guys think that's a cool idea, that'd be kind of fun to mess with. So we're gonna have that one going right there, and then somehow that is gonna be linking back up to like this place right here. We're gonna have the dock, kind of probably some staircases coming down here, 2 or 3 blocks. I do want to go ahead and raise this whole area up here as far as these guys go, because obviously like we got the dock right there, we got this stuff, and we want to make sure it's kind of basically up at that level. So I guess we're only dropping the road down 2 or 3, and this thing right here is probably going to be going back up. I remember touring around Artcraft a long time ago. They're a Lord of the Rings server that uses Conquest Reforged, and they had the city entrance where you walk into the city, instantly you drop down like 4 steps. In this case, we'll probably keep it pretty consistent. And then right after that, you have that central square area, then everything goes up. So you feel like you enter into the city and you look up and it's just, wow, this big old grand city everywhere, kind of all around you. That's kind of what the same feel I want to go for and tackle here. Yeah, that's a lot of planning. That's a lot of junk going on right here. I'll tell you what though, guys, let me go ahead and do a little bit of terraforming, get a little bit of this stuff planned out, kind of the general height schemes and shapes of all this stuff, and I'll be back with you guys as soon as I have an update. I'm working through over here, just adding these extra little bits and creating our wall, or our roadway going up here for leading up from the docks area, and I figured I'd let you guys know. Tonight, as long as everything goes well, when you guys see this video go live, I'm actually gonna be live streaming over at twitch.tv/fWhipTV. My girlfriend's out of town for a few days, so that means we got time to stream. So I'm really excited for it. We're gonna be working on a few different projects. I think first one up will be actually tackling the walls over there. So if you guys wanna come over and watch, be sure to go follow me on Twitch. You can find a link in the description below to the Twitch channel, and you guys can pop a follow over there, and you guys will be notified as soon as I go live. I haven't streamed since moving into the new apartment though, so it could be a messy one to start out. So we'll see how that all goes. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys there. I'm gonna get back to building these roads. All right, everybody, welcome on back. It is time for a massive update for you guys here to get you guys all caught up on everything that's going on here. We have a bed placed down here in the middle of a hole, and that is actually leading to a lot of stuff that we are going to start doing here in the near future of what we're going to be working on. So I've been using cobblestone and dirt just kind of to line out some things. So basically, we're bringing our road in from out here straight in this way, widening out a little bit. I'm really kind of bummed that this entranceway here is only 5 wide, because I feel like the size of the carts and everything like that we have in the area are going to be a lot bigger than this. So that leads me to the other gates that we're going to make. I think we're going to definitely make sure those ones are a lot larger. There's a pixel right there. I need to go fix that. How have I never noticed that before? All right, dark oak, bushy leaves, gotta fix that. That's gonna bug me until I do it. I gotta do it right after this clip. Okay, next thing. So we're coming in here, we're dropping down, and then we're gonna drop down to this height. So this area right here is actually where the plaza is gonna be, our first center courtyard area, town square, whatever you wanna call it. It's this cool long, elongated oval shape right here. So I'm thinking we're gonna do like a long, skinny fountain, or maybe we'll do like a row of like trees, or maybe we'll do like trees along that side and trees along there. And then we'll do like buildings on this side, buildings on that side, and do that fountain in the middle. I don't know. I'm still playing with ideas in my mind of what I want to do. This way out here, though, we're going to kind of bring it up a little bit and have it come up into this area to where it's going to connect up with our docks, where you'll be able to kind of get from there up onto the docks with some cargo things and whatnot. Here is kind of where we're having the upwards and downwards areas. So we have some steps that just lead all the way down to the dock itself. This guy right here is probably going to be coming up, but more at like an angle back in here, so that we can just have some more room to work with. And then from there, we'll put little areas that kind of go out to where it creates a smaller dock, maybe like a little wooden outlet area or something like that. I think that'd be a pretty good way to take care of it. But yeah, this is going to be kind of how you get up here. We're going to basically take this right here and start taking it in towards that way. Putting it at more of an angle and skinning it up a little bit. That should be pretty good. The next thing to take a look at, though, is one area of the road as far as the slabs and everything is all in place. So we can go ahead and jump over here real fast. There's a lot of updates in this clip. Sorry, not a whole lot of working with you guys here, more of just updates. So this guy right here, you can see it kind of steps its way up to the top, going all the way up here. And then we get up to the area where it's linking up with our major roadway that's going to be leading through the city. I was thinking for this big road that we're doing here that I want to go ahead and like on the sides of it, maybe, I'm not thinking stone brick. I'm trying to think of some material that we can use to kind of dot the sides of it so we can make it look a lot more like regal and royal. Like this is the main road that leads up to the palace. For some reason, light gray glazed terracotta is coming to my mind. Literally, I've never used glazed terracotta before in my life, but it seems like it might be some way that we can use it. That's a lie. We've used it at a few different places throughout the world. So I'm thinking we might go ahead and make some of that stuff up and see if we can't like dot it along the sides of this and see how that would all look. I thought it would be kind of cool. Right here though, since I decided to go with the oval shape, I do need to rework this so that our pathway comes up out this area and kind of weaves its way, kind of maybe turns there a little sharp, and we can merge it in like right back in this area. We'll have it kind of coming up through here. We can have it just be a few sharp steps going up through it like that. We can go ahead and bring it all the way through this, maybe coming up through here, just kind of slowly bringing it out and merging it into this guy, because I don't want to have a super harsh turn in our road, our main road, because it's supposed to be like the quickest path through the city. Like we'll have these big main roads and whatnot, so we got to go ahead and kind of merge him over into this area, and then right here is probably where we can finish that. And then, yeah, that's actually pretty diagonal right there. So we can go ahead and bring it right in here. Perfect. That'll work out great. Okay, so that's kind of how that path is going to go now. I do need to go ahead and put in cobblestone on top of this stuff. I'm running a little low on cobblestone somehow. Maybe because we're covering literally everything in it. But yeah, so I'm going to get cobblestone lined up on top of this guy probably. Or maybe we'll focus on that square down there. That's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and focus on that guy. I'll go ahead and get some base decoration stuff in there. Then I'll bring you guys back in. We'll mess around with that light gray glazed terracotta and see what detail bits we can add to the area. So I'll be back with you guys as soon as I have another update. Hopefully not as long in between them this time. All right, welcome back everybody. So we got a big update here for you guys. The roadway is in there completely. I think that was done last time. And then I went ahead and got this guy in completely as well as filled in the cobblestone area for over there. Now that all this stuff is in though, we got to start actually doing some detailing work. As you can see, I've been moving some torches in and out so we can get kind of like that torched protection down there for when we eventually go down and make the sewers. I'd hate to jump down there and just there be a army of mobs. As much as you guys might want to see that, I don't really want to deal with that one. So what we're doing for the rest of today's episode though is I want to work on this area right here. Instead of focusing on the whole roadway itself, I just wanted to, like I mentioned, work on just this guy because, well, we're going to be doing our Twitch streams and things like that. I figure like detailing out that roadway and kind of working on these areas and all that type of stuff, it's probably a good way to do things. But for this area right here, I wanted to go ahead and do something a little bit more unique. These blocks right here are actually creating what I'm thinking is going to be some form of a little, either a fountain or someplace where we can like include a statue. But I was thinking we could go ahead and do something like this, bump it up a little bit more in the middle, and then just kind of have some general area right in here where we can have a statue of sorts, or who knows what would be going on in here. But that's what I was thinking, just doing something like that. I thought it'd be a cool way of just making some extra interest and points of interest throughout this whole general area. Do I have a bed? I do have a bed, and I want those rockets back. I don't know what it is with 1.13, or it could be that my mouse has been weird recently, but sometimes when I click things, I'm double clicking. Do you guys have that issue as well, or is that just me and my mouse being stupid? But yeah, so what I was thinking is we could go ahead and make this area, actually I think we're going to leave that coming in point to be the exact same. But so we have all this stuff here like this, where you can see we're kind of mixing that stuff in. I'm thinking about actually kind of keeping that pattern in here, but also along the edges, I want to go ahead and add in more of a hard line of using our light stone brick, or the stone slabs right here, just to make it a little bit more detailed and kind of add some extra points of interest, so we can go ahead and bring that stuff all the way up into here. And then it kind of turns into this straightened line of maybe then they also use this stuff to fill in areas that they need to fix up, like they're fixing up some potholes or something. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to add some extra bits of detail with these guys in here and also lighten up the roadways instead of having everything being so dark and just kind of monotone gray. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and basically come around this entire way here, bring it in so that it's actually one kind of full block going all the way around, doing the inside loop here, And we can go ahead and make this a whole loop, and then that'll also bring us out to that general area right there where it can go back up, and we'll kind of keep that all in mind. Actually, this area right here is probably going to be going out all the way, because that'll be kind of connecting up with another roadway right there. So I figured it'd be kind of a cool detail bit for at least for our main roadways to have these slabs kind of lining the corner bits. I know I was talking about using some of the Glazed Terracotta. Yeah, that's the name of the block. But I tried working with it a little bit in like a creative test world, and the coloring on it just looks so weird. Kind of had that cyan-y color to it that I didn't really want in a road itself. So we might figure out some other ways that we can add that stuff in, maybe as murals along the sides of buildings or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let me go ahead and get this loop in, guys. I'll do a little bit more work. I'll probably get our texture variation in the road itself, and then I'll be back to you guys so we can do a little bit more work on this thing. One really cool thing I want to show you guys here was this map project I've been working on. I don't know if I've actually shown it to you guys yet or not, but this is our entire world. You can see down here we have Papyrus. Up there's our custom mountain with our big old lake. There's White Glen right there, come all the way through. Here's where we are right now with our Port City project. We're actually standing underneath that thing. I could just kind of set it up here so I can kind of manage it for now. Over there you can see Castle Bleak Rock. We still do need to go ahead and widen out that area. And there's the Port City like channel area that we're creating, the canal area. So we're kind of digging that through to bring it through all the way over to there. And all that cool stuff, and you can see our Guardian Farm over there, and our coral reef that we're working on is hidden under the water right there. But I want to go ahead and grab this guy. I think is probably the one we need, and yeah, you can see that totally updated right there. And yeah, so you can see our roadway coming in right on that guy. This guy I think is actually gonna update if I go out that way a little bit, just for the line of where that roadway is gonna be going, or not the roadway, but the cobblestone path that's kind of lining the ground now. I think that'll update. Maybe not. Maybe it's not big enough. I guess it's not big enough, quite big enough yet. These are the second largest, or the second level of map, so it's one larger than it normally would be. But yeah, so this is just kind of something I've been working on over the last little while here, waiting for just kind of things to fall into place and get all that cool stuff going. Yeah, making sure that's all straightened out there. I have been messing as well around with the banners that you can use. So if you take a banner on here and you right click it, it'll leave that banner icon right there on the map. And so that's a brown banner that I clicked on up at the Nordic Village. Down here you can see the light blue banner that I clicked on down in Papyrus. I want to go ahead, can anybody tell me how to get rid of these? How do you get rid of these little green notifications of like, here's where the map was placed? Those I want to get rid of, because I want to come over here and do like a red banner. A lot of people have been saying they want to see like a green or a blue or maybe like a cyan in here. I know we used purple briefly on the military buildings because I hadn't really decided yet for the barracks and like the contained goods warehouse. So you can see that purple coming in right there. But I'm thinking about changing those over to like a blue or a green. A green would be super fun. But yeah, so we could go with some sea colors there and get some cool stuff going in. But anyways, while I was waiting, I was talking to you guys about that because I was waiting for this stuff here to cook up and be ready to go so we can use it. Got some light gray glazed terracotta that we can mess with here. And we're going to be messing around with starting out a, whatchamacallit, a fountain area right here. So I brought in, we got our big white smooth stone, then we got our smooth stone slabs right there. And I was thinking we could go ahead and take this whole area out here real fast. Let me go ahead and dig this up. And then we can go ahead and bring in some glazed terracotta. Let's see if I can remember how to place this stuff down. Nope, nope. You. Haha. So I was thinking we could go ahead and kind of bring it around. You can see that cyan-y color in there that I was talking about. Yep, there we go. That should be good. But yeah, so I was thinking we could go ahead and just kind of bring some of these guys in here, make it look all fancy schmancy with all the color bits and doing this and kind of have, I was thinking basically we can go ahead and bring in like a pillar right there, a pillar right there, and a pillar right here and make them just kind of look like little tiny things poking out on top of them. I have not yet decided what I want to be doing for, say, like the statue or the style or whatever is going to be in the city here. That one is still up in the air. I have a bunch of great ideas from all you guys, so thank you all so much for that. I'm still working on some ideas here, though. I'll tell you what, though. Let me go ahead and figure out more about what I want to do for the points of these things and how they're going to be looking like above the water, because this whole area here is just going to be a little flat, watery area. How would it look if we do you? That's actually not bad. We'll go ahead and throw these guys in here. Why am I using those? We can use stone slabs. They look the exact same. Cool. all right, I'll be back with you guys as soon as I can. Okay, guys, welcome on back. I went ahead and filled in the water here, got our area placed in, and I changed these out for some chiseled stone bricks. And I'm thinking we're honestly just going to go ahead and do something like this. I know this is a super simple design, but I freaking love this one. I don't know what it is about it, but I think I think it just works so well for a central area. Obviously, I do want to come back in here, bring in some bushes, bring in some more greenery and life things around here. Just maybe even we fill in some like potted plant areas like right around here, right around there, and make it a little bit more squared. Because we can't really bring it out to be much wider, because then we're running out of room for where the carts can move around and things like that. I guess they can actually go all the way out to that edge, and that's supposed to be part of the road. But I think I'm giving myself like a mental look right there of like, oh, it's only 5 blocks wide already. But yeah, so I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and do something like that with these guys for now. Obviously, I'm down to listen to suggestions. So if you guys have suggestions on what we can include in there, be sure to let me know. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'm actually fully out of time for this episode. I'm trying to pre-record a few things just so that the streams can run off smoothly and I don't have a whole lot of stuff kind of in the background going on that I have to be working on while doing those, because they're taking a lot of time that I would normally use to record the videos. So I'll tell you guys what, let me go and find a comment or question of the day, and I'll be back with you guys so we can finish this one off. All right, everybody, welcome on back. So, while I was out kind of looking for a comment or question of the day, I decided to go ahead and do some thinking while I was out there, and I gathered up a bunch of birch wood because I think we'll be using a lot more of that moving forward in the future, kind of the way we used it in that building over there for the strip birch wood. So we're just down here placing in a few of these saplings, getting them ready to go so we can harvest them up again later, because wow, stripped logs, one, they look really, really cool, but oh man, you need so many of them before you can actually do anything on a decent scale for building a house. It requires a lot of wood. Our comment or question of today is coming in from Emmanuel, and he is saying, since as a sea/plain city, the colors you should use are green and blue and maybe cyan. Also, a symbol to the town could be the hippocampus, a mythological seahorse representing the land-ocean duality. And I thought that was a really cool idea. I do have one other idea I've been playing with in my mind, and I want to leave this one up to you guys. So hit me up in the comments below on this one for which we should go with. So I was thinking the hippocampus. Actually, I thought about that beforehand. I thought that could be pretty cool. So that comment was really fun to see. Beyond that, though, I was thinking about doing the wolf, because Coda, I don't know, I just thought it'd be kind of funny to use Coda as the symbol of the city and do a big old wolf here. So let me know what you guys think. Should we use the hippocampus or should we use the wolf? Let me know down in the comments below with hashtag seahorse, I guess, seahorse thing, or hashtag hippocampus and then hashtag wolf. Let me know what you guys want to see, or if you have other suggestions, be sure to let me know as well, because this is kind of a big one going in for the city here, so I want to make sure we do this guy right. There you go, my head is perfectly lined up with that block. But yeah, sorry for today's episode not being a whole lot of big work done. We just kind of staged up a lot of this stuff, but I do hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just kind of something that needed to get done, and I want to bring you guys in for it to kind of show you the general area of what we're going to be doing here. I was thinking about recreating that thing as well. I'm not too happy with it after I've been looking at it for a while. So I don't know, if you guys have fountain designs you like, let me know those down below as well, or ideas where I can find them. That would be awesome. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy, subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you on the flip side.